I've learned a lot since the last Nofap video, and a lot of things have changed. I found a new method that works way better than before. Imagine there's a method where you could literally quit without needing any willpower or any discipline. I found it, basically. I don't want to waste your time. I won't give you some bullshit advice. All I ask is subscribe and that's it. Thanks, bro. I love you. Real fast, I implore you, watch this video and then go to the website here and then come back and watch this video again. You don't need to, but I highly recommend you do. You'll learn more, and all in all, you have no fucking excuse, Brody. Shut the fuck up. There's a reason why you do it. Either you know or you don't know. If you don't know, you should ask yourself, why do I consume pee? Why do I jack off? Now, whether you know or not, I probably know what it is. You're running away from something. You're afraid. There are real life issues in your life that you're running away from by watching pee, aka jumping back into your virtual harem and jacking off. You're also constantly jacking off when watching pee because you're scared of living a life without it. You've lived with it for so long. Imagining a life without it is almost impossible. It sounds difficult. I can't stress and de-stress and relax. Shut the fuck up, bro. When you go through the motion for the 1000th time, and you know what I'm talking about, you're not dumb. Me and you are linked. I know who you are, bro. Motion being, you try and stop, and eventually you just say, fuck this shit. You throw the tab up, and you start being it. You don't nut. Forgive my verbiage. You don't nut, and then 2 minutes after, you look at it on your hand, and you're like, man, that was great. I genuinely really enjoyed that. No, you don't. If you were anything like me, so helplessly fucking addicted, you'd be nutting, and during it, you'd get post-nut clarity. You wouldn't even get the pleasure. Like, during the thing, uninterrupted. You began the fucking negative thoughts coming in as you were doing it. It was crazy, bro. See, it's in my personal opinion, when you do it more and more, your brain realizes what you've done quicker and quicker, aka what you've done is you simulate intercourse with your wives by looking at pixels on the screen, and you've simulated nutting inside of that by using your hand. Of course, if you simulate it and your body knows, your body's going to feel like shit and your brain's going to say you're a loser. If you, let's say, for example, married, like let's say I told you, list all the things you wanted to go. Let's say you married her, Islamically, of course, not by state, and you consummated the marriage, you're not going to feel like shit because your brain knows you've done it the actual intended way. If you believe pee and jacking off is at the very least inherently good, I can guarantee you, you will never ever stop. If you have the belief that it's absolutely horrible and there's nothing good about it, you'll stop. From when we were young, we were blasted, like literally blasted with subtle references to it, like weird ads on TV, our friends showing it. Well, that's not really so, but hey, you know what I mean? I'll give you the story. I'm going to go off topic for a minute. I remember like 4 years ago-ish, it was Eid, and me and my cousin, we got like our ED, like our money, and we went to like town, like the shopping center, and we saw one of our friends from school there, and they're like, oh, it's bro. So we say hello, and bro, this fucking guy, he's looking at fucking anime porn, bro, in the middle of the shopping center. Bro, what? Like, there's people around you, bro. Those people are fucked, because they think PMO is normal. It's not. And if you do think that it's good for you, or even if you think it's bad for you, you still have brainwashing in your head that tells you it's good. And what you need to do is cure that. There are many excuses you can make, but I'll just say this. There is zero scientific evidence which states that PMO is good for you. It actually suggests the opposite, ironically. Anxiety and depression worsens if you do it. And I know there's like a shit ton of excuses. Like, oh, I can't sleep without it. I can sleep without it. And I have a hard time sleeping, bro. I sleep without it. Oh, you want to be off and sleep right after? Bro, take magnesium, take L-theanine. Take zinc. You'll be fine. Oh, it helps me de-stress, bro. There are other ways of de-stressing. You can go to the gym. You can sit down and meditate. Your ancestors lived perfectly fine without it. Helps you focus? No, it fucking don't. Me and you both know it don't. Don't help you focus for shit. You go to sleep right after because you're so tired. You're making these excuses because, again, you're scared to live a life without PMO. That's why you make these bullshit excuses. You're worried that you're going to miss new content. You want to go back and watch that one scene. Bro, there's no fucking difference between like you going and watching an old video and looking at a new one. Your receptors look at it the same way. You don't need to look at it. You're just coping. You're making excuses, bro. You've been brainwashed to think that. You know why quitting is difficult? Like everyone says it's hard. The old method I made, like the willpower method, It implies that did the audio just spike? No, it didn't. It's cool. The old method I made implies that you need willpower because what you're giving up has some form of inherent benefit to it. In actuality, it doesn't. Bro, if you knew it was truly bad for you and it did absolutely nothing for you, you can quit immediately without any willpower discipline. You don't need any of that shit because again, the willpower method implies that you're giving something up. Here you're not. You're not giving PMO up. There's nothing to give up. Yeah, we're on good pace, bro. That's in sub 10 minutes on the sub 10 minutes. I think it's a speed run. So, in the easy peasy method, which is what this guide is based upon, the book defines two terms, the big monster and the little monster. We're going to abbreviate these as BM and LM because saying it over and over again is really fucking annoying. The former is the brainwashing you've been given about PMO from like a young age or whatever the fuck. And then there's the LM, the latter. And that's just the part of your head which tells you do it, like be off and watch P. When you kill the big monster by destroying the brainwashing you've been given and seeing through the illusion, the little monster can be killed. And that's killed by not giving into the urge to be off and watch P when it gives you it. Now, the old method doesn't really work as well because, well, it's extremely difficult because what you're doing in essence is trying to kill the little monster before killing the big monster. You can't do that. That's fucking stupid. You're guaranteed to relapse. See, this chapter on how to quit is shorter than the first one because deadass, once you destroy the brainwashing, the quitting is easy. It's frictionless. There's like zero fucking difficulty when you quit. Quitting is simple, actually. When you've identified the reason why you PMO, like the inherent reason, remember like when I asked you the question, why do you do it? When you found that out and you confront that, you have to destroy the brainwashing you've been given about PMO, and that can take some time. It takes a lot of time. You just need to sit down and look at it all. Like, for example, again, zero scientific evidence which states that pornography and jacking off is good for you. There is zero. It all suggests the opposite. It increases anxiety, makes you more nervous, increases depression, lowers tests because you're always nutting, so you can't even make any gains, bro. That's fucking cringe. There is no excuse you can make for doing it. You can live without it, and in fact, you'll live a better life without it. Every single excuse you make is because of the brainwashing you've been given, and also because you're scared to live without it, which again is like fault of the brainwashing. And then when that's done, you're PMO free. Congratulations, you're done. That's literally it. It took me a little bit of time to like process that. Like, how does that work? I've been being off my whole fucking life, and now I'm just like I'm off it. Yeah, that's how it works. Like that, when you quit, you quit. It's not like I'm quitting. I don't do it. It's that simple. The moment you quit, you're PMO free. It takes roughly, I think, they say 5 days. I say 7 days ish. Like after that 7th day, it's done. 7 days roughly for the little monster to die, which is AKA I want to not, like you say no. And then any residual effects of the brainwashing you were given takes about a month to die out. And then from there, it's completely flushed from your system. You never need to worry about it again. And during that 5-day period, you are going to get urges and cravings because that's the little monster asking for a fix. When you say no, it dies a little bit. That's why when I get an urge, I say, hey, it's that little fucker in my head. He wants to do it, but if I say no, he'll die out. And I don't do it. I'm not a PMO enjoyer. There you go, that's the word. Average PMO enjoyer versus average Nofap connoisseur. Connoisseur? No. Nofap. No. Fuck. Average PMO fan versus average Nofap enjoyer. Yeah, there it is. You may relapse even after following all this, and that's fucking normal. I did as well, bro. I ain't gonna fucking lie to you. You're still recovering from the brainwashing. You're still trying to resist it. So you are probably naturally going to relapse a couple of times, maybe even like once. It just depends on like how bad the brainwashing is. But as you unveil the illusion more and more, you get better at not falling for the trap, meaning the closer you are to never relapsing again. Don't say you're trying to quit PMO. If you do, you're a dumbass and you will relapse. If you say, I don't do it, that's enough. You'll be fine. And that's literally it. I know it sounds comically stupid. Like, bro, I've done this shit for like 8 years. I'm like 18, so I've done it for what? 9 years? 9 whole years of doing it. And it's like, bro, I just get to stop after all that time. there's a part of your head that's like, bro, I don't deserve to quit that quickly. And yeah, it's like somewhat correct, but you've probably tried all these other fucking methods and it's like fucking difficult. This is it. Like, you deserve this now. You deal with all that bullshit. Now you can get off.